Hey guys, it's Core Ross, and welcome to the 6 News Roundup. This is where we round up all the news about the new season of Rainbow Six Siege, which is called Solar Raid. And because we're rounding up everything, you'll also find in the description below dedicated videos for different subjects that go more in depth. But in this, we'll hit on everything that we can very, very quickly. And we'll begin with cross progression. So this is coming to Rainbow Six Siege in the Solar Raid season, which is brilliant. So happy. This will give you all your items on all platforms you play on, but you must link them all to the same Ubisoft account in order to get everything. Also, if you have R6 credits on, say, PC and Xbox, they will be merged together, so you end up with all your R6 credits no matter where you are. However, there will be one thing that is separated between PC and console, and that is your rank. It is actually going to be different on PC as it is on console. And Ubisoft has released a full list of what the cross progression means, what goes over and what doesn't. For instance, your level in your account, that is your highest one that's taken for the cross progression, not a merge, but the cosmetics is a merge. So you should end up with all your items when a new season launches from all the platforms that are linked to your Ubisoft account. And I have a video going over all those details if you want to check them out. But let's move on to crossplay. We're going to have two bubbles, which is console players playing with console players and PC players playing with the streaming services. And for console players on PlayStation and Xbox, you're going to be able to matchmake together if you want to team up, or you'll obviously just randomly find them out in the wild. Although you can switch off crossplay if you want to, but I assume that actual matchmaking times would be so bad that that's probably not going to happen. And I know that there's probably going to be people who would be willing to actually leave the console bubble and play on PC. For me, I've actually played on PC for a long time with a controller, and I'd be quite happy to jump out of that bubble and join a PC player. But as far as we know from right now, that is not a thing. Maybe that'll come in the future. But right now, Solar Raid is console to console and PC and streaming platforms. But the cross progression is all platforms. So you can jump onto a PC and have everything you had on console, including your Renowned, your R6 credits. If you had different stuff on all accounts, it'll get merged together. So you're going to have everything. Now let's just hope it's not bugged when it launches and deletes everything. Now let's talk about Ranked 2.0. This is actually probably the #1 feature for me. And this is something I'm really looking forward to jumping in with a new season, as the rank system is going to be a progression-based system. You start from Copper and you work your way all the way up to Champion. And this doesn't mean that when you start the season that everyone's in Copper and you're all matchmates together, so you might be up against champions at the start of the game and stuff like that. That is not the case. There's going to be a hidden MMR behind the scenes that will matchmake on skill-based matchmaking, as obviously it's previously done in the previous seasons. It's going to probably work exactly the same way as it did back then, but of course your actual visual rank is this progression one you're going through, which has no impact on your matchmaking. And at the time of making this video, we still don't know everything about Rank 2.0. We know the basics and the foundation of it, but there's still many unanswered questions at this point on the finer details, like how fast you actually progress through it. And I expect we will get those answers pretty quickly, because Ranked 2.0 will appear on the test server at some point. Right now it is not enabled, but it will be, and I expect we'll get a big blog post that details everything once it's also up. I've also been getting comments as well where people are just upset that there's not going to be an MMR reset every single season and doing placement matches. And they say that they don't like the idea they'll be up against similar skilled players next season right off the bat. Whereas that's the whole point about Ranked, is you eventually end up playing balanced games. This one just makes it even quicker to have those good balanced games and make it a challenge to play the game. Now let's start getting into cosmetics. So we've got a whole new battle pass, and this is kind of the opposite of Ranked. So the Ranked system is linear. You start at the bottom and work your way up, and now we have a battle pass that looks more like a board game, as you're going to be able to progress through it any way you want. And you also have blockers that look like barricades that you can breach and charge through. So it's got this siege themed mini game added to it. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be somewhat interesting. The great thing is you can go straight to the items you want. And I'll also clarify, you can still get all of the items and things like that. They're just making it a bit more interesting. Whether it's actually interesting or more of a pain in the ass once it's in the game, we will find that out on the launch day of the new season, which is December 6th. But the Battle Pass also comes with something new, and that is drone skins. So it's going to be the first Battle Pass to ever have a drone skin in the game, and this is a new cosmetic item that you can equip on attacker drones. Now, a reveal for a new season would not be complete without a brand new elite skin and this is for Yana, and it is out right now. I am definitely getting this one. I've never watched the original IP that this has come from with the crossover, but I have to pick this up. This is such a unique skin for Yana, and yeah, I'm 100% getting this. And lastly, we have the brand new operator, Solus, and a new map that's been shown off as well. And I've been playing a new operator. I've got a gameplay video up if you want to go check out that. And she's scary good against claymores. That is a very big worry for me. She's also part of actually Team Rainbow, and she's part of the Ghost Eyes squad led by Cav. And you can see everyone that's in the new squad here. On top of that, we've also got a massive amount of balance and changes, and I've got a dedicated video on that because there's a lot to go over. And then we have the Night Haven map, which obviously you guys have seen before. It is not a small map, so I've played it now and it is huge. It's freaking massive. I was hoping it was going to be a nice small one from the teasers we got. It kind of looked like a small building, but no. It has a basement level and everything. It is big, and it's quite a map to learn to navigate to begin with. So not a fan. I like the smaller maps and I miss them. But we got another big map that is going to be added into the game, and that'll be joining all playlists, and it cannot be banned in ranked. It is not going to be bannable. You will have to play it. The new map also has a huge amount of Easter eggs. Some of them are just like basic Ubisoft ones from different IPs, but there's this whiteboard that you can find in the meeting room, and it's been partially erased, and I've gone and partially restored it. And what we get here is talk of Red Hammer, a brand new squad, and we're probably going to see this before the next season comes out. And there's a few things here that are pretty big. So the green text talks about a new recruit. I think that's going to be next season's operator, and I haven't been able to fill in everything on that. And then the purple text says Harry, not 6. So as we know it from at the moment, Harry is indeed 6, and 6 is the leader of Team Rainbow. So it's quite possible that Harry isn't actually the leader of Team Rainbow, and there's maybe a hidden one behind the scenes or something. It's also a bit of a pity because Harry was supposed to be this, when they first showed him off, he was going to be a major part of the story and all that. And then I think, we've had 2 different new leaders of the game since then, so it never really came to anything. So I assume they're going to be replacing him with a new leader. And the launch of a new year of Rainbow Six probably is going to be when they do it, so I expect to see quite a lot of shake-up as of Season 1 of Year 8. But anyway guys, that's a roundup today for Solar Raid. I expect there to be a lot more information coming out just for the little bits of details. Like, we don't exactly know if the cross progression is going to have any leniency, because I know that a lot of people had different Ubisoft accounts for different platforms. I would love it if there was like a one-off time where you can relink everything to the same Ubisoft account or things like that. We'll see if anything like that comes up in the next little bit, but that should be pretty much everything, and the new season is launching on December 6th. If there's no delays. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.